Somebody commented that I'm wearing a Steve shirt in one of my older videos, so now that I'm wearing it again, I figured I'd talk about Blue's Clues. And what I really liked about that show, it's the first show I ever watched that had a mystery element to it. You were supposed to figure out what's going on, what was Blue trying to tell you, and have fun in the process. And I like that. I think that was the first mystery show I ever watched, and I've been hooked ever since. I always liked mysteries. I liked figuring stuff out. I liked putting pieces together. Though Blue's Clues is the only time I could have figured it out consistently. Even Scooby-Doo, I always guessed wrong. But on a technological level, I liked seeing that live action mixed with animation. I liked how the worlds blended. I liked the visuals on the show. I don't remember when the show switched to a puppet. That was obviously past my time. I was there for Steve and Joe, though. And if you grew up with the show, a lot of us got used to Steve, knew him first. He was our introduction to the show. And Steve Burns was very charming. He did a good job. I don't think anyone criticized Joe. But, you know, it's different, it's a change. And I like that he did his own thing. He was very energized. I think it's nice. I heard that Blue's Clues is actually getting a reboot. I'm curious as to what they're going to do. I mean, it's a simple formula. You could probably do a lot with that. I wonder if they're going to make it animation or if they're going to make it puppet. I remember a while ago there was this audition to be the new host. I don't know if they picked somebody. I think they did. Like I said, I'm not really following the fandom and the franchise too extensively. But it was cool to see that there was a bit of a continuity to it because Mr. Salt and Mrs. Pepper, they gave birth to Paprika. That was cool. I remember that episode, and they stuck with it. No reset button in this universe. So, yeah. And obviously, Blue is a very recognizable character. I like the different characters. It was all sweet and charming. You know, I can't think of a preschool show that was mean and awful. I'm sure that there's one out there. But it wasn't one of those shows that parents complained a lot about. It's one of those... Now, parents, from what I'm gathering, they never really hated it the way they did with stuff like Caillou and Dora the Explorer, but they never really praised it the way they did with something like Sesame Street or Mr. Rogers. Blue's Clues was always in the middle. It was good for kids. Adults kind of liked it too. And it was a cool show. I liked stuff about figuring stuff out. I liked the characters. I liked the visuals. There was a charm and an energy to it. It's very sweet. It's very wholesome. Very likable. And it's clearly made a mark on pop culture, at least in the preschool circuit, because it's coming back. I don't think I'm going to be checking it out, but I do remember the show very fondly.